when my son was about 2 years old, he was in the back seat of the car, and he was sitting in something like this. This is a fancy one and a lot heavier than back in the day. It takes 2 hands to lift this thing up now. I can remember he was sitting in something like this. And you know how you kind of, they talk so much that you just kind of tune them out. But I heard him making some noises, and then I started kind of zeroing in on what was happening, and I heard him go, whoa, whoa, whoa. And so I started watching in the mirror, and what I realized is when I would go around the corner, probably a little too fast, like the whole thing would kind of go, and he'd go, whoa, and he'd come back up. I think it was a great ride for him, right? So I'm like, that's strange. That's really never happened before. Something's not right. And so I pull over into a parking lot. And what I realized is I forgot to put the seatbelt through the back to secure it, right? Like he was fixed to the car seat, but he wasn't anchored to anything, which would have been a real dangerous situation. Like if we were in an accident, it would have been a big whoa right out the door, right? That is a perfect picture of some of your life. Like you think you're fixed to something because you go to church. You think you're fixed to something because you say a prayer every once in a while. You think you're fixed to something because you'd call yourself a Christian or a Christian family, or you got married in a church. But you're not anchored to Jesus Christ. And so storms come, and like the picture is like, whoa. And the next one comes, and it's a little bit bigger, whoa. And before long, like, you may be out. But you think you're okay because you're sitting fixed to the seat. But you're not fixed to Jesus. You're not anchored to him. And listen, y'all. You need to make sure that your marriage, and you need to make sure that your family is anchored to Jesus Christ. It is important because storms are coming, and when storms come, like it's just going to keep getting worse and worse every time. And you need to make sure that you're anchored to Jesus. And you need to make sure, Mom, that your kids, the best you can help them to be, are anchored to Jesus Christ. And you need to make sure, Dad, that the best you can. We talked last week, like we can't make that decision for them. They could eventually say, I don't believe in any of that stuff, and walk away. I get that. But the best you can help them, like get them in a place where they learn how to be anchored to Jesus Christ. And so when storms come in your family and when storms come in your life, they don't totally be blindsided. Like, I didn't see that coming. And I can't tell you how many families I talk to, how many marriages I talk to. I say, well, I thought we were good. I thought we were okay. I mean, we show up to church every once in a while. Like, I thought we were good because every once in a while we talk about Jesus in our home. Like, every once in a while we say a bedtime prayer. But that's different than being anchored to Jesus. And listen, Mom, anchor your kids to Jesus. Dad, anchor your kids to Jesus. Yes, 20 years from now, you're not going to be able to do anything about it, but they'll know the truth. They'll know it, and eventually maybe they'll pull over to the parking lot and put the seatbelt back on and be like, I learned this a long time ago because my mom cared enough or my dad cared enough to get me to a place where I could learn about Jesus. Listen, we got one shot at this. We got one shot at this life.